Hi, Soumya.
Hi, Pranav.
First of all, congratulations for clearing ICICI placements.
You.
So before we start, could you please give your introduction to the audience?
Okay. Hi, all. I am Soumya, and I am a PGP 2022 pass out. So I am an electronics engineer, and I first joined Accenture as a developer. Later on, joined Bharat Electronics Limited as deputy engineer. Overall experience before MBA is 39 months. So I really wanted to gear up my career. So I opted for MBA and I got IIM Nagpur. So after 2 wonderful years at IIM Nagpur, I got placed at ICICI in the placement season itself. And now it's been around 6 months since I've joined ICICI as a product manager.
So Soumya, could you please take us through the entire ICICI placement process?
Yeah, Pranav. So ICICI process is pretty standard to whatever college it goes to. So there are essentially, I believe there are 5 steps. So one is the form that they float. So that will be, regarding, the different sections in your resume. So you'll have to fill out your achievements, your skills, a lot of details, basis which they give you an applicant ID. So that is the first step. The second step is the CV shortlisting. Then the third step is your assessment test. That's a psychometric test, I believe, that's meant to assess the candidates over their caliber and on what department they'll be assigned to. So that's the third. Now coming on to the fourth step, we have GD, and lastly, only one round of interview. So these are the 5 steps of ICICI placement process.
So Soumya, could you please tell us your personal interview experience round to round?
So as I said that the first step was form filling. So it was a bit lengthy form wherein we had to, fill in all the details regarding our skills and, specific points of resume, achievements, etc. So one part is that. Now we come on to the when I talk about the GD, as I mentioned, there are 2 panels, and they were giving different kinds of cases, and there were 10 participants in the GD, and I wasn't the one who spoke the first, but yeah, we all gave each other chances to speak. And actually I think they were gauging on the level of quality comments that were made in the GD, or basically the quality of arguments that you were able to make with the other people. And also they were very keen about how many entrances have you made in the GD throughout. So I would recommend that you guys at least have 2 to 3 appearances throughout the GD. So that will be really helpful. No need to go first or speak first. You can just take your time, jot down your points, and speak very wisely, comfortably, and take your time with that.
So Soumya, could you please guide us through your round 1 of interview?
So this is the only round in the ICICI process which has interview. So as I entered the interview discussion, there were 2 people in the panel, okay, and there were 2 panels going parallelly. So in my panel, there were only 2 people. Now, they first asked me to introduce myself, and they asked me which role or which department would I like to go in, as they've mentioned in their brochure. So basis that, I told them that I want so-and-so department. Now, this could be a game changer where you can freely tell them that you want this department, and they would ask you, why do you want that? So you can clearly go ahead and explain your stand on why you are best suitable for that particular department. Now, there is nothing so financial inclined to, about ICICI. You can have a marketing role as well at ICICI. And if you are, a finance lover, you can have departments like market risk, credit, etc. So there is no worry if you are not very good at finance. It's very easygoing kind of a environment at ICICI. So this was the first question that I got. Then they asked me which is my favorite subject in my entire MBA. So I recommend you guys select one from the first year, one subject from the first year, and the other subject from the second year. So we started discussing. We started discussing on RMD, research on marketing decisions, and then we moved on to world economy in the second year, wherein the entire, almost of the interview was driven towards this discussion, as you know, this discussion only about Southeast Asia. So we had a good chat about that, and how do we see India's role in it, and something like that. So you don't need to have specifically a finance subject to discuss them with, but do prepare well for any of the subject that you feel keen about, so that you have a good background and you are able to speak well impromptu as well.
So Soumya, could you please tell us your preparation strategy for this interview?
So for my preparation, of course, I have studied all the, subjects, brushed up all the concepts that were required for an MBA graduate to know. And number two, I literally went through every word of the brochure, because I feel that's what has driven the interview to a very large extent. So always, they have mentioned very good pointers about ICICI in that brochure. So that helped me, get a good background about the company. And also I tried to know and read more about the role that I wanted to go for. So I, went to different videos that were available online, such as this. So basically people who are having online interviews and have an experience of, dealing with such placements, online placements and online data. So yeah, learning through videos, that was one of the key aspect of my preparation.
So Soumya, could you give us some pro tip for the audience, those who are going to appear for ICICI interview?
Actually, I would love to make your lives very easy. So number one is definitely go through the brochure, whatever they are mentioning about the months of experience, because they base out your interview out of that. So while you start your interview, give your introduction, they will stretch it upon a little bit on your past experience as well. So number one is that you read the brochure fully and entirely. Okay. Number two is you prepare some good subjects that you really like, that are on your fingertips, no matter being it from the finance division. You can have any kind of subject you really like. Just prepare 2 subjects, one from the first year and one from the second year. Okay, just to be very sure and very comfortable while any interviewer asks about that. So this is it. So lastly, I would say the third useful tip would be your body language. Keep a smile on. Definitely they're there to hire you, and there is absolutely no need to worry about, the consequences of the interview. Just, enjoy speaking to them, just enjoy the conversation, and, keep your body language very professional, because I feel that irrespective of the medium of the interview, be it online or be it offline, we are very much, observed for our body language. So in my interview, the HR had the camera totally off, and I felt that, I was observed very keenly how I, respond to different questions. For example, at the end of my interview, they said that you are really good at, conversing. So why not go into sales? So I have very gracefully said that, sir, I would not deny a role in sales, but I would feel that my part would be much better contributed in so-and-so department. So just gracefully handle all the questions, keep your body movements to a minimum, and keep a smile on your face, like you're really enjoying the conversation with them. So these 3 are the most powerful tips that I want to give you guys. And that's it from my side.